Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pastor Gerald coming to you again from Lakeside Community Church. Today's message is entitled, Just One. My wife and I entered into the ministry 43 years ago this coming May. We were a young couple filled with dreams and aspirations. We wanted to do great things for God. We wanted to do big things for God. We wanted to change the world and impact our community. And beloved, most of all, to change people's lives. Because we felt like that was what was expected of us. Not only by people, but we felt like that's what God expected of us. Well, over the years, I've learned that my life isn't the big things at all. But what defines my life is the everyday living, the everyday walking in this world, and when given an opportunity, changing someone else's world. Our story today is found in the book of John chapter 5. It takes place in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, there was a pool that was named Bethesda. It had 5 porches where multitudes of people would come and they would gather. They were all watching and waiting for the same thing. Because the Bible teaches us that at a certain season, an angel would come down and trouble the water. And whoever stepped in first, they were healed of whatever disease they had. Jesus does something that day that has really changed my life. He walks through the multitude of people. They were all there for the same reason. He walks through the multitude to just one. And there a man had come for 38 years of his life. Jesus asked him, he said, "Will you be made whole?" That man said, "Sir, I have nobody." Because when I start stepping in, somebody steps in before me. They receive the miracle. Jesus told him that day to take up your bed, rise up and walk. He was healed that day. But what resonates with me about that story is how Jesus went through the multitude for just one. And it all began then to make sense to me in my life and in my ministry. You see, I don't have to do the great big things. I don't have to change the entire world. All I have to do is change my world and the world of someone else. How do I do that, you may ask? Just one. You see, we, like him, focus so many times on our circumstances, the pain, the disappointment, the grief, the conflict, the fear. My beloved, people today are so afraid. But let me encourage you, don't focus on the fear. And when we do that, we are blocking out the wonderful blessing that God has given us to give to others. The reaching out and touching just one. Oh, I want you to know there are people out there who are hurting. And they just need encouragement. People that are out there that need you and I to look at them through the eyes of Jesus and see that they are somebody. they are important to God, that they're not insignificant. They're not a nobody, they are somebody. Somebody that Jesus gave his life for. And they're just looking and waiting for someone like you and I to love them the way Jesus loved them. And when we do that, beloved, when we change just one person and help them, be a blessing to them, we change their life. We change their world. And it changes our world. And it's all done by just one. Not the multitude, just one. I challenge you, I encourage you today, get your eyes off from the present circumstances and look to Jesus, who has the strength, the courage, and the power to overcome, and gives you and I the courage and the wisdom to touch just one. May God richly bless you is my prayer.